This is very concerning, this new strain that they have found in the UK. The strain, according to Boris Johnson, is 70% more transmittable than the old strain. They don't know if there's any higher rate of death. They don't know if the vaccine is as effective with the new strain. The quote from the UK medical officer was, "Our working assumption, quote unquote, is that the vaccine works." The strain is so serious that the UK has closed down again. If the UK believes the strain is so serious that Boris Johnson, who said the week before, we're not going to cancel Christmas, we're not going to close, did a 180-degree turn and then closed parts of the UK, it's serious, my friends, and we are on notice about it. Why don't we act intelligently for a change? Why don't we mandate testing before people get on the flight or halt the flights from the UK now? Many other countries have done this. This is not a case of first impression. You have many countries that have just restricted flights from the UK. Many European countries have done it. Why are we doing nothing? 120 countries require the UK travelers that have received a negative test before they get on the plane in the UK. 120 countries. And the United States has done nothing. People in government often believe doing nothing is safe. Well, if I do nothing, I won't be criticized. I don't believe that. I believe that's exactly wrong. There are situations where doing nothing is actually doing something, where doing nothing is actually an affirmative action. When you do not require the UK flights to be tested, you are allowing thousands of UK passengers to arrive here every day. The authorities say they haven't found the strain here yet. They are science-based. Until they find the strain, they will say there is no strain. I believe, intuitively, it's already here. I believe that. Because if it's been flying around the world, it will be here. And I say that intuitively because I have an educated intuition, because I lived this, and you lived this. This was the spring. This is how we had that New York ambush in the first place. This was, don't worry, the coronavirus is in China. No, it wasn't. The coronavirus got on a plane in China and went to Europe and came here from Europe. And nobody said anything for 2 months in the federal government. And it had been coming for so long that it was then too late. If this is more transmittable than COVID, 70 times more, says Boris Johnson, this is a major problem. And for us to once again be incompetent as a federal government and take no action is just not a viable option for us in New York. We learned this lesson the hard way. And we're not going to go through it again. We have been victimized by federal incompetence and federal negligence. That is a fact. And we're not going to be victimized again. There are 3 airlines that come from the UK and fly into our airports. Our airports are run by the Port Authority of New York, New Jersey. The 3 airlines are British Airways, Delta, and Virgin Atlantic. They daily are bringing several thousand passengers per day. I am asking those airlines to add New York State to the list of the 120 countries that require tests before the flights leave the UK for New York. 120 countries do it. My request is simple. Please add New York to the list of 120 countries. Well, you're not a country. I know that. But as governor of New York State, I have asked them to do that. We do have a public health emergency in existence in New York State. The British Airways, I have spoken to myself, and they have voluntarily agreed to add New York to the 120 countries that will do pre-boarding testing. And they will start that tomorrow. That's the same type of testing that many of the countries on the 120 list have agreed to. I want to thank British Airways. This was a very rapid decision by them. They were considerate, and I truly appreciate it. Obviously, British Airways could have taken a different path, but they agreed to be cooperative, and they said they will not send flights to JFK unless those people have been tested pre-boarding. So thank you very much. There are two other airlines, Delta and Virgin, and I've requested for them to voluntarily agree. If they do not agree voluntarily, then New York State will pursue other options. But I would not be doing my job as governor of New York if I sat here and let the federal incompetence create another emergency and disaster that cost the lives of New Yorkers. I am only a governor, but I will do anything I can and whatever I can to protect the people of the state of New York. That is my job. And I know and I believe my intuition is correct, that this is another disaster waiting to happen. If the UK closed down, if 120 countries require testing, if Canada left a plane on the tarmac because they wouldn't allow it to deboard, if the other European countries have said that they're banning travel, why are we doing nothing? Why are we doing nothing? Why did we do nothing in the spring? I'm not going to allow it to happen, or I will try my best to do everything within my power. I asked the other two airlines to follow the lead of British Airways. I asked them not to disrespect the people of New York State, who are very gracious and are good neighbors with the UK, but please don't abuse or disrespect the people of New York, and please don't underestimate the people of New York. We protect one another. I promise you that. So please consider joining voluntarily, and we await your answer.